I'm Amy Palmer, and welcome to PowerwomenTV. On today's episode, we meet Gabrielle Bernstein, the founder of Herfuturecom, which is a social networking site that matches mentors with young women. She's also a #1 best-selling author of the book Add More Ing to Your Life and a life coach. Meet Gabby now.
In college, I was going through the motions of what most 18, 19, 20-year-olds go through, which is, why am I here? What's going on? And particularly around the time, it was right when the dot-com bubble burst, and it was a pretty crappy time to be graduating college. And so I didn't know what I wanted. I had a quantum shift of feeling completely helpless, having no idea what it was that I was going to do, having a theater degree and not wanting to use it, to completely changing my mind and deciding to start a PR company and perceiving myself as someone that could start a business at 21, and as someone that could be an entrepreneur, as someone that could, manage her finances and begin a business with $500 in the bank. Around that time, I started speaking regularly at universities and completely got the hit to speak publicly. In 2005, I put down my PR business to just completely pursue the career of being a motivational speaker and an author and a life coach. I think that there was such a core feeling inside me that was like, you cannot be trapped in an office. I just couldn't do it. It was in my blood and it was just in my veins, and I had to be on my own. I had to be creating the conversation. I started studying Marianne Williamson and Dr. Wayne Dyer and Eckhart Tolle, and they became my teachers, and they come in the form of thousands of books and lectures and audio and whatever it was I could get my hands on. I was just hungry. The biggest piece for me was not so much about all the content that I took in, it was about what I experienced on my meditation pillow. Because I think that if you're going to teach spirituality, and if you're going to teach people, the tools to relinquishing fear, you can't actually teach it from an intellectual place. You have to teach it from a soulful knowingness. So really the majority of my learning took place on the floor of my apartment. So my business today comes in many forms. It comes directly from my voice, right? So that comes in the form of books. I have a book called Add More Ing to Your Life, and it's a hip guide to happiness. And Ing stands for inner guidance. This message also comes in the form of a lecture series. It comes in the form of life coaching, and I coach individuals and I coach groups, and audio meditations. It comes in the form of content via the web, and then social media as well. It's called Herfuturecom, and it's all about young women receiving mentorship and for women like ourselves to mentor them. I've had many women come to me and be like, I feel like I've come home. They also are thrilled. They're just psyched to be able to have an answer and have a solution. Because my work is so actionable, I'm not just going to tell a story, I'm going to tell a story and then tell you how I did it.
Did you write a business plan for Herfuture.com?
For Herfuture, yeah, I've created a PowerPoint deck that I've been presenting to investors. I do believe that there's a whole other business in that is under the umbrella of The Voice, right? And it is something that I know will be a bigger business than I could even imagine. Because so much has been taken away from them, that why not me generation is sort of in this I have no idea how generation. Jobs have been taken away from them. Morale has been taken away from them. The feeling of, yeah, you can do that has been taken away from them. Even though they watched their predecessors start businesses like Facebook and MySpace and blow up at 21, they're still sort of in this place where, oh, no one's investing in businesses right now. Whatever the limiting beliefs are that they may be saying, they're now looking inward for the guidance. What's happening is there is a quantum shift. They have two options. They can stay in fear or they can choose another option. And when there are no more options, a lot of times people will turn to spirituality because, in my opinion, it's the only option, but it takes a lot for our egos to hit enough of a bottom to get there. They need and they are craving a voice that says it doesn't have to be that hard.
What are the important things for people to know about spirituality? What exactly is spirituality?
Well, everyone has their own interpretation of what spirituality is, and there's definitely a lot of buzzwords out there that people can throw at you, and I think that everyone has their own journey to uncovering what that may be. In my community, I've created a community particularly of young women who are believers of what I teach and what I share, and it's very similar to what many of my teachers tell, and the truth is it's all coming from the same place anyway. It doesn't really matter how you find it or how you interpret it, but it's really just what it means to you as an individual. To me as an individual, spirituality means that I am not here by myself, that I have guidance, that there is energy all around me at all times, inside of me, outside of me, inside of you, attracting me to things that are in alignment with what I am pursuing. So, a big tool to offer up to people is to get very clear about what it is that they desire. And then more importantly, clear all the fearful blocks in the way. In order to actually change your fearful choices, you actually don't have to do it from your head, you have to do it from the inside out. I'm Gabrielle Bernstein, and I'm a power woman because I've always said no to fear.